right? And he didn't steal a phone, but he was the one that they accused of stealing the phone. So the OPC took him. But they started cutting ropes, like tiny thread like that. They started cutting them. So the next thing, they held the guy and they started tying the rope like that, like that, like that, like that. Yeah, his hands like that, his legs like that, and they left him there to sit. But I know reach 5 minutes. He started having pains all over his body. So what they apparently did was to stop blood flow from his main veins. Do you get it now? So you see our body like this, as is, the whole thing is human anatomy like this. The whole thing is connected by this string of veins, nerves, and what have you, right? So they tack right there, Baba. I started seeing this guy swelling. Do you understand? Like the tacked rope started swelling, and it was all pains. I don't know what that will cause that person medically for the rest of his life. Or reach 10 minutes. The guy said, I stole the phone, but he didn't steal any phone. I witnessed that. And guess what? They said he was lucky. And some, they will give them acid to drink. Because once they said you are the thief, barbarism in a lawless society, people are used to it. Here is another caller. Hello. Did I get you? Hello. Right. I think I missed that call, or it was never connected. So here is another caller. Hello.
Baba, this is Andy from Japan.
Say that again. Did you say Eddie?
Andy from Japan.
Andy from Japan. God, we've spoken before, have we not?
Yeah. My own is always on broad time because of time.
Because it's around midnight at yours right now, Abi?
Yeah, it's around 11:43. 11:43.
Thank you very much for staying up, Baba. So here we are.
We are one of those people that always we don't receive notification.
And you go
we always be starting until come up.
God bless you.
And the afternoon on is around. I think the evening on is around early morning at 4-5 a.m. here. So that time.
Yeah. I know.
So
I'm glad to have you up again. Even if you don't kind of like sit that early morning one. This one is. I mean, I take calls as well. That late night for now.
Yeah. Exactly. Even though that morning on here, sometimes I they use if I they work.
Yeah.
At that time I they listen. I even like to listen to the plays because of some like people like Wiki. I know they like to listen to all the things when they talk. Yeah. And the fast forward, I don't want to listen. So because all those APC, they know they make sense to me. So I know they like to listen. And they only listen to your analysis and all those things that I need that is beneficial to me.
Okay. I would rather wait for my ego to tell me what to talk than for me to listen to them. I don't want to.
Exactly.
Now, some people when they tell me, say I'm a storyteller, they see this is why they tell story now. So people when they say, why you go? Okay, why you go to another? I say, no. I'm talking to some people. I need to break it down. I need to see it properly. So if you don't get them, good. If others never get them, I explain better. See, I've got a template here. Acknowledging that. Mazi, thank you very much.
Until you wave that your hand, bye. I know the offer more.
Bless you.
You there with me.
The situation is almost like the same all the time, but sometimes it comes with an extra, characters that spice it up as well. But where do you want to go?
Exactly, and the thing is that one thing I like about you is that nobody escaped your bourgeois when it comes to. There's one guy I was talking about. He says you are that bird they call that peregrine falcon, the fastest animal.
Right.
nobody escape. If he's pursuing you, it's just a matter of time. He will get
They
you.
will eventually
The way you
destroy you.
give, the way you give
They
us
say
this
I talk too
produce.
much for that reason. They say they talk too much. I'm like, thank you. I like it. Because if I talk and it
So,
makes you uncomfortable, it simply means that you are a pretender. You know, all of us will sit down, all of us will stand up and say, this country is bad. All these people are bad. We all need to do the right thing. And they say, okay, yeah, good, good. That means we all agree it's bad, yeah? And let's talk about the people responsible for the bad, right? And then somebody gets mad and say, you don't need to talk like that. I say, why are you angry? We're talking about the bad and we're talking about the people behind the bad. So are you supporting them or because nobody should actually feel offended when whatever Mayegun says on Mayegun's Diary Political, except those who are secret admirers of these rogues. You get that?
that's why I said nobody escape your
Nobody
movement
escape.
because starting from the pastors, the bigots,
Everybody.
the rulers,
Mm-hmm.
and the bigots is not only one side.
No.
The both, all of them.
All
You
sides.
never give chances.
Mm-hmm.
If this one come, you give am. This one come, you go give am. This one come. That is one thing about you that is different because some people always understand and say, "Hey, you are defending the Igbos." I never hear when you are defending the Igbos.
Because the Igbos don't even need anybody to defend them. I've said that many times. You get that now? Like, I'm a Yoruba man, okay? And I understand what it means about injustice. And let's assume that, let's agree that there is a systemic sort of like racism or tribalism against the Igbo. And this is just sponsored by the political class, right? Now, if we see all of this and I'm like, okay, I'm actually not Igbo, what concern me, which is what some would do, right? But when you take a look at the entire thing, you realize that all of us, they're marginalized. Only no go agree, they no go accept, they no go keep quiet. That's why they are the loudest. But if you look at very well, whatever the Igbos are angry about or fighting for, now all of us supposed to fight for the same thing, for ourselves. So when I speak about the injustice, I'm not saying it because I want to make the Igbos feel all right. No. I'm calling the attention of everybody to pay attention to themselves and realize that we are all in a mess. The Igbos are the ones who just won't keep quiet and bow their head and obey.
Just like your analysis about this Oni of Ife and the Alaafin of Uyo. The how you put it today, I was like, I listened to that place like 3 times today.
Yeah.
Like if I feel sometimes I will read something, I will go back. I will listen to it again. I will go back. All those things sometimes is a lecture. You learn something you don't know, something you can debate tomorrow. Something you can save and save something who don't know about this tomorrow. Some certain times there are some certain things you put up like that. Thank God there is YouTube. You have to go listen again. Listen again. There are some things you said one day I have forgotten. Then I went to TikTok with one of my friends. I was talking about that and he said, yes, that guy is a Yoruba guy. He said, yeah, that is true. I said, oh, this is information I got from my and luckily that guy knows you. He listens to you. He listens to all your programs. When I'm saying it, okay, this is Momoyegu analysis. This is exactly how he analyzes something. I was like,
because what my grandfather told me, which I've come to learn as well, is that he said, if you are telling the truth, you don't even need to remember anything.
Exactly.
Do you get that? Exactly. Like, I've forgotten. No, you are lying. If what you are saying is true, right, it is always constant. Yeah, you may miss out some stuff, right? But the truth is always constant. You do not need to sugarcoat it. You do not need to, and even if people are not seeing it that way, right? At that moment in time, there's a chance that they're going to see it better another time. But the thing is, if you are saying the truth, you do not need to remember anything. So I can turn on my camera without even typing any title or anything. And I can sit right here on my screen and talk about a lot of things for the next 3 hours, and I won't mix or mince words. Simply because whatever I'm going to be saying, right, there are things that so many of you are aware of, but maybe not as that deep. Do you get that now? And the little way I know, sharing it can also help you. That's why I said when I say things, I also have the right to be wrong. I'm not right all the time, right? But the thing is that whatever I do know that I share, right, is an opportunity for somebody who knows better to either add extra information to it, correct me, so that all of us can learn together. The bottom line is when all of us have information, right information, we can make right decisions. But if information that is at our disposal are laced with lies, bigotry, half-truth, innuendos, religious beliefs, this and that, we can't make right decisions. You only make decisions based on those information you have. No be so? But if all of us share information here, we know what is right, what is true, what is not true. Everybody knows it. Now, it is now your choice to either choose lie and keep repeating lies, or choose truth, right? And have a good sense of judgment. Because it's only when we have the right sense of judgment that we are likely going to be out of this whole mess. That's my theory. Because if you continue to have these deluded, misinformed, miseducated people pushing different stupid narratives that keeps us so divided. We'll keep going in circle.
The kind of policies Tiffany is playing. I have never seen this kind of a thing in my life before. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes I get tired. They say, man, we are not fighting. Igbos are not fighting with the Yorubas, man.
If you go out there, Igbos and Yorubas are still buying from themselves. They are still doing businesses. They are still renting houses to themselves. They are still doing things. But there are effects of all these divisive rhetorics as well. We are not going to remove it totally. But guess what? If something is not done, if right information is not shared, all that bond will be broken totally. It's getting into families now, where people are now saying, I care for the future of my children. I don't want my children to now be told that they are not Igbo, they are not Yoruba, they are neither here nor there. You see, that thing is crept into family. So we need to keep talking about it. We need to keep enlightening people. We need people to understand the danger of the choices they are making. Not now, but tomorrow.
There's what you said one certain time. I thought that was just a mere talk.
It wasn't.
Could you imagine that I went to TikTok? One guy repeat that, he said it's better Fulani herdsmen to be killing them than an woman to be a president. I thought that that was just that one guy repeated that kind of a thing again on TikTok. Everybody was like, "Man, are you crazy?
Do you know how many of us
are you?
Do you know how many Yorubas
because of
those things and also very shocked? But you know the problem with some of us is that majority of us are not really that interested in trying to correct all these guys on social media. We just keep quiet. And that our silence has made these mofos, right? Almost like the voice of the Yorubas now. Everywhere you go to, they say Yorubas this, Yorubas that. And guess what? Those who have actually lived, grew up, who lived in Yoruba land, lived with Yorubas, grew up in Yoruba land, they didn't have such experiences when they were growing up.
Never.
Do you understand? That's not the Yorubas they grew up with. But they are all seeing these things now because most Yorubas are keeping quiet, ignoring. Right?
Of course.
Being quiet.
Of course, that is it.
And we don't want
because I lived with them in Lagos. I play football with them in Lagos. I go everywhere with them in Lagos.
Okay.
I have never been discriminated. I have never had any other thing like that. I live in Barak. I live in Ojo.
I was with two of my friends 2 days ago, right? And then we were talking, and my friend now played one very old Fuji music, Sonny T. Sonny T is an Igbo boy, was an Igbo boy, but he was born and raised in Mushin. He became a Fuji musician, popular and all that. And not until when they say Sonny T is not Yoruba or so, right? Among Naton Fuji, sure you get. So then we're now having that chat like, Baba, back then, Those who are the fighters, because Sonny T was like a good boxer, and he was also a Fuji musician. So while others were aspiring that they want to be rich, they want to have no, he just loved his own hood life. He could sing, he just want to enjoy himself, right? Now, those who were around him at the time, guess what? They were Yorubas. They were his boys. Those who were guiding him, protecting anything, anytime. Emotion that time, they were Yorubas. There was nothing like Igbo this, Igbo that. So I was now asking this, my friend said, Baba, that used to be our childhood, though. Baba, can we ever have anything like that anymore again? Right?
I'm telling you.
For an Igbo man to start singing Fuji and everybody will embrace him without knowing that he's an Igbo. For an Hausa or Fulani to actually be cosplaying the Yoruba sort of like genres of music or whatever, that used to be something that we fancy a lot. That nobody cared about whether your Igbo is this or that. I said, could we still have that anymore? He said, no, we can never have that anymore. The last thing for Nigeria is going to be to break up that contraption. That we can't have that anymore.
I'm telling you.
There is no chance that we can go back to that place anymore. And
that is what we have been. That's what we have been advocating. You always talk about regional government. Really, that's what I stand for.
At least if you don't break them up, everybody go back to their region, run their things from there.
Exactly. There's some certain things I see, man. I really don't, man. Let it be regional. At least, if anybody is behaving in my side, I will tackle up. No be say if Tinubu dey misbehave, if I tackle am, one person go think I no like you.
Because that's why you dey tackle am.
It's not about Yoruba. It's Tinubu I am attacking. His administration, not Yoruba.
Because in administration, they affect Yoruba. They affect everybody. Like Boko Haram affected everybody. And if somebody beat a pikin, constantly they tell her how to cry.
That's right. No one is on there. You can't. The kid must shout.
It's a shame.
Sometimes I tell my friends, because most of my friends, as I'm here in Yoruba, I always tell them that if I say something like this, I'm talking to Tinubu and his administration.
And you have every right to. Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. You don't understand? His actions affect you. His inaction affects you.
Of course, then if I criticize,
nobody should tell you how to. If you decide to make me awesome, it is your right. Anybody waiting like that, they should tell any Yoruba we don't like him. If Tinubu to stop being president of Nigeria, he can come as president of Nigeria. I mean, we'll find out.
You say something, you say, go to Anambra. I am not from Anambra. Why you don't tell me I go to Imo State? Why must he be Anambra? Go somewhere else.
Do you know this Anambra thing? They don't talk him even before Obi ever said he want to be president. Like, it's been like that. It can't be like, say, this guy gets something with Anambra. Yet, you go Anambra, go marry. They're no mad. Don't forget, say, Sheyi's wife is from Anambra.
I really don't know. I don't know. They don't know.
It is well. But I take one more and call it a noon, okay? Baba?
Thank you, my continue. A lot of people, they listen to you.
Bless you.
When I realize that they say my brother, when they UK, they listen to you. I'm surprised.
Now you took the mess up. It's supposed to be
my brother did know everything. And they just surprised. Say the guy they sit down for 1 hour, they listen to your program.
Somebody where they PCO. See, 90% of people who listen to Mayegun, they are busy people, but somehow they factored me into their schedule.
Trust me. The guy, the one lecturer in the university in London. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know this is where they talk. In the user, they teach. Trust me.
Bless you. Say me well to him when you hear from him again, okay? Say I say hello. Man, take for my call it afternoon, Baba. Enjoy your night, okay? If you sleep off and the alarm no wake you at 4, you've done well. You've actually made that known. Just so you know. Have a good one, Baba. Yes, sir. See, I'm going to finish my story later this evening. Like, I'm going to finish the rest of the stuff this evening. But this caller was big before the last caller, but the call got kind of like a cut off. So he's back. Here. Hello.
Yeah, I'm back because I'm calling you now for the 17th time. Thank
God
you very much,
bless
Mr.
you.
Mayego. Good
I'm glad you didn't give
afternoon.
up
Good
because I've been
afternoon,
seeing it
Mr.
and I'm
Mayego. I
like,
didn't give up.
how are you, sir?
I didn't give up. I'm fine because I have somebody by me who wanted to ask you a question, actually.
Oh.
You know, but he has gone. He has left. But it's no problem. He left his question
right
by me. I want to ask you that I saw or that we saw on the YouTube
right
that the Boko Harams in the northern part of the country, they are importing guns, sophisticated machine guns into Nigeria. And we also saw some videos of very heavy military armor cars with bulletproof. You know?
right
Do you know how these people do that?
Well, I have no idea of this particular information, but based on the publicly available information about how gun runners run things,